welcome to the UK series. Hello everyone and welcome to part of our UK series. My name is Mario Dodic. I'm heat pump trainer and founder of HVAC Education Hub, where we talk about heat pumps. Today we are in Scotland with Hogan, company Aventus Eco. Sean is doing heat pumps for years now, and we will discuss how he entered the industry and what is his background. Hi Sean.
Hi,
nice to meet you.
All right, pleased to be here.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about your background? What is your job in your company and how things work?
So I own Aventus Eco. We do air source heat pumps, solar panels and battery storage, but we are primarily focusing on heat pumps, and that is our core business. We started Aventus Eco about 3 years ago, and I came into the industry as a complete newbie. I didn't know anything about heat pumps, even what a diverter valve was 3 years ago.
So zero?
Zero, absolutely zero. My background, is carpentry, joiner. We call it a joiner in Scotland. And I ran my own business doing that for years and years, and then I got into renewables because I seen it was the way forward. But I had to do all of my training from scratch.
And how was this journey so far?
It was pretty difficult, I'm not going to lie. I first started off doing heat geek training, and as you know, heat geek training isn't the easiest. I had many a sleepless night or countless night, being stuck at a question, and then on the peers group asking for answers or help on there. But I did eventually got there. As you know, I've did a bit of training with you.
Yes. With other trainings, you're doing a lot of training.
I've done a lot of training. I've did just recently. I did their training with Kimbo and the Warmer Academy stuff. And I'm an advocate of being on YouTube late at night as well. But in saying that, what I have got though is I've got 2 engineers that work with me who have been heat pump installers for 15 years. So they've been doing it. I lean a lot on them and they lean a lot on me for design.
So it's quite interesting to see, because we are speaking a lot with gas engineers, how we need to upscale, but looks like we can also upscale with completely different industry, as your example is here. And you said you are on mine education and you are doing a lot of these educational things, and now you can take care of complete design, installation, commissioning, how it looks like.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not on the tools. I've got my guys for being on the tools. My days are spent doing designs, doing quotes, dealing with customers, doing heat loss calculations, surveys on properties. We'll do thermal imaging cameras. We've done the training for thermal imaging camera. We're underneath floors with microscopic cameras just to double check what is actually there. We have energy performance certificates here for properties in Scotland, but they're pretty useless. It's just that, so we have to make sure that when we are doing that heat loss, it is bang on.
And you are taking care of complete process?
Everything from start to finish. So from estimates, design, pre-planning, installation, and then aftercare. But we're really quite big on our aftercare. We're trying to be a bit different set from the rest. Every single one of our customers, as soon as they agree a quote with us, every customer's set into their own WhatsApp group chat with Aventus Eco, which I'm in, and there's a couple of members of staff in the office that are in. So instead of being emails where there might be a bit of waiting time, they can go straight onto the WhatsApp chat, any wee simple questions, and then aftercare, that's when they can text me. I'll be sitting on my couch at 9 o'clock at night, or somebody else will in the office, and it'll be like, Sean, how do I change my hot water times? How do I adjust that heat curve now that we're coming into the shoulder months? These wee kind of things and that's for the whole lifetime that you own that property, that we'll be there for you.
How you find this, let's say, as an additional value? Because customers today, they are also interested in technology. If they want heat pump, batteries and so on, they have really high knowledge. So it's good for them also to have such kind of reliability.
Yeah, definitely. And we're also finding as well that we're finding a lot of customers that are, as you say, they're educating themselves. They're online, they're on social media, they're seeing the good and the bad, and they're doing their research. So if I can then back our company up by having them there 24/7 when they've got the system, and it works a lot better for us. It adds a lot of value to our company, but it is hard work. It is, and I won't lie, it's very much hard work, and it takes up a full member of staff's time all the time, just dealing with all them inquiries from different customers, from previous customers, current customers, and even new customers. So, but it's worth it. It's one of the things that we are quite proud of.
How you find yourself with this learning curve? So all the time.
So I think for me, I enjoy it. right? If I don't enjoy something, I lose interest, but I really enjoy heat pumps. I really enjoy learning, even with the solar and the battery storage. Like, there was a lot of training and getting involved with that, and then networking, like meeting up with yourself, meeting up with different other guys in the industry that have been doing it 25, 30 years, and somebody will give you a wee tip or a wee trick here, or use that, don't use that, Sean, and then you add it all together. So when you do go to your install, you've got this really amazing install with really low resistance. They're getting great flow and great scope for the customer and cheap energy bills, which to me ultimately is what it's down to. A lot of people bang on about high efficiencies, but for me really it all boils down to cheap energy bills. Do you know what
Yes, could be different. I think this is homeowner wants a cozy home and cheap energy bill.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned, just one of the last questions, you mentioned in one post one house where you did completely, let's say, smart home system. What are the bills?
So that house, they were averaging between £600-700 a month. They couldn't understand why their electricity was so dear. They lived just outside of Glasgow. It was a farm. So the mum and dad stayed in one half of the house, and then the son and the daughter and the husband and the kids stayed in the other half of the farm. And they had a 14 kilowatt Mitsubishi EcoDan heat pump. Nothing wrong with the heat pump, but it was designed by an architect 5 years ago that didn't know anything about heat pumps, and he says, fit that heat pump and fit underfloor heating here. Now, when we did the inspection on the property, the centres of the underfloor heating were about 300mm. And then one full section, one full kitchen and a living room section didn't have any heat source whatsoever. No underfloor heating, no radiators, no nothing. So there was a massive heat loss, and that's where the mum and dad stayed. So the heat pump was constantly, it had low volume, so it was constantly cycling. And they had set the room temperatures, the thermostats, which were on every single room. So on the underfloor heating, they had, is it Heatmeister, you call them? They had them in every single actuator, and one room had two for one room. So
a lot of cycling.
A lot of cycling. So we basically, I went in, we removed all of the actuators. We couldn't remove the pumps on the manifolds because it was all one system, and it would cost the customer too much to upgrade the brand new manifolds. So we removed all the actuators. We optimised the full heat pump as best as possible. Every pump was on speed 3 because the previous guys that had been in didn't know why it wasn't heating up.
Everywhere,
right? So it was speed 3 everywhere, right? And the pumps were also on radiator settings instead of underfloor heating settings. So we managed to fix that. We also fixed our hot water. They put that on, I got them to change tariff. So they were on like just a standard tariff, 27 pence for electricity.
Yeah, you have different tariffs.
Right, so we had different tariffs. So I got them to change to Octopus Go. So from 7 in the morning, I think it is, to 12:30 that night, the electricity say 27 pence, but then at night time it dropped down to 8 pence. So we've got the hot water now running on the cheap period, and we got the times for the hot water correct. What we also did was as well is we installed 24 solar panels and 20.4 kilowatt hours of battery storage on the barn that was attached to the property. So she texted me recently, our latest bill compared to last year it was like £654, but it was a month. This year for the exact same time period it was £24.60.
From that.
And they've got, I think it was like £100 smart export guarantee where they can send the electricity back to the grid, and they were getting paid for it. Paid for it.
Looks like a no-brainer. So
it was a no-brainer, but it was just the same thing though, where somebody's installed the heat pump, didn't know anything about design, didn't do a heat loss, and then they had rooms where there was no heating. So what we did to fix that is they've got storage heaters going in for in the winter time, because of the size of the stone walls and how difficult the property was. Them two rooms that didn't have heating were putting storage heaters in, and they'll charge up at night time on the cheap rate of electricity and then release their energy through the night and also through the day.
So different solution for different houses.
Different solution for different house. Yeah. So it's just about finding the right tool for the right job. As well with heat pumps, as we spoke about.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean.
No, you're welcome.
Thank you for this interview. Thank you everyone for listening. Check our other videos from UK series, and see you.